Welcome to the Workamper Show, a podcast devoted to helping you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. I'm Steve Anderson, the president of Workamper News. Each one of our episodes will either introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to opportunities to work short-term jobs. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Thank you, Steve. Today I'll be interviewing two people from Blue Water Development Corporation about work camping opportunities at RV resorts scattered across America. Today's episode is sponsored by Workamper News. With its Diamond and Platinum membership tools, Workamper News is much more than just a job listing website. When you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your work camping dreams into reality. The one-year memberships open the door to a one-stop shop for all things work camping. Being the original resource for work camping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with the community of work campers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable work camping lifestyle, then a Diamond or Platinum membership is for you. You can even get started with a free 30-day trial by visiting www.workamper.com/trial. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. Rachel Carr is the Human Resources staff member for Blue Water Development Corporation who oversees the company's Workamper program. She is joined by Robin Helfand, who serves on a company task force for training and steps in to serve as general manager of a property if necessary. The company has nearly 50 properties that it either owns or manages. Some of the properties are resort hotels and others are marinas that don't necessarily hire work campers. However, the firm does own a bunch of campgrounds and RV resorts at which work campers can find jobs. More of the properties are located in the eastern states, but Blue Water Development is expanding all the time with the addition of campgrounds as far west as South Dakota and Colorado. The company needs work campers for a variety of jobs from housekeeping to camp hosts. They also help with landscaping and mowing, pool maintenance, taking reservations, and serving guests in the camp stores. A few of the campgrounds in Florida, Kentucky, and Texas are open year-round, but work campers are generally needed from Easter to Thanksgiving. It all depends on the weather and the individual locations. All the jobs are paid and training is provided. To tell us more about the work camping opportunities available with Blue Water Development Corporation, please welcome Rachel Carr and Robin Helfand to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Rachel and Robin. I appreciate the time. So tell me a little bit about Blue Water Development.
Yeah, absolutely. So Blue Water, we were established in Ocean City, Maryland, and from there we have grown rapidly throughout the United States. We have about 50 properties that we either own or manage, and that consists of campground and hotels. And we also have different partners that we've worked with through that and different portfolios. So it's really just grown a lot, but it started with just a father and son. And they are still here at our office every single day working.
Where are most of the properties located? Are they on the East Coast?
Yes, heavily on the East Coast, but we have just established a few in Colorado, South Dakota. So we are now coast to coast.
Okay, very good. What kinds of services do you folks provide? You mentioned hotels as well as campgrounds.
So for our hotels, we mostly own them. And then for campgrounds, we own our own, but we also third-party manage. So there may be an owner, and then we go in and just manage the property for them, manage their employees, and just take care of it for them.
And what do you do for Blue Water?
I work in our HR department. So right now, I focus on the Workamper program that we have developed, as well as J1 students, and also assist all of our properties.
And our other guest today is Robin Helfand. And what do you do for Blue Water?
So I am on Blue Water's task force team. I'm a manager, and I go to the various campgrounds if they need training, if they need me to step in for the GM. Previously, I was a GM at a couple of our campgrounds. We're growing very quickly, and we felt like we needed some coverage here and there. So that's what I do. I do training. I open them up. And
what are some of the jobs that work campers do for you folks?
All sorts. So guest services, camp hosts, housekeeping, anything that they've had experience in or where there's a need. So we're pretty open, and we're open to train them if they don't have the experience.
How long have you folks been using work campers?
Oh, and it started when we first owned one of our first properties in Lebanon. So about 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
How many
And I've been a manager for about 20, and I've always used Workamper.
Yeah.
How many will you be hiring in the year ahead?
I will let everyone else do the math, but we have about 50 properties. So almost all of our properties do utilize Workampers. So if we are able to, we definitely love to pull from that group of employment. Yeah.
Even the hotels?
Unfortunately, the hotels don't utilize Workampers as much, but we do utilize J1 students.
What are some of the jobs that they will be doing for you?
Heavily, a lot of our work campers we find can't host. It's something that I think that they've gotten great experience from going from campground to campground. So universally, camp host is, I think, the most popular.
And so
Also used them for keeping up with the landscape, mowing, pool maintenance, cleaning the facilities. If they're inside, they'll take reservations, calls, work in the camp store, some of the retail jobs.
what does a camp host really involve? I would imagine that it involves greeting people as they're coming in, maybe escorting them to their site, and then ensuring they just have a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just being that friendly face, that first person that they see, we can make sure that they are giving off the Blue Water way, leaving the friendly face, taking them to their campsite, all of that.
You have campgrounds all around from Colorado all the way to the East Coast, but primarily on the East Coast. Are they open year-round then?
A few of them are. So we have a Texas property that's open year-round. Kentucky, they are open year-round. I believe Sugarloaf Key, they will be open year-round once all the remodeling is done. So we have a few, but mostly are seasonal.
And when does the season begin?
Yeah, it really just depends. I would say most of our campgrounds are around April, right when we go to Easter. That's when a lot open. And then they close around after Halloween. Some don't close until after Thanksgiving, which is great. But yeah, so we usually have that off season from November to March.
So November to March, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty long season. Are people expected to fulfill the commitment all the way from April through November?
Yes, we hope so.
Okay. And how many hours do work campers typically work every week?
It really just depends on the necessity of the property. I would say about 30 hours is preferred just because we do like to utilize them because they're always on property. Their schedule availability is great, but it's really just case to case.
Are these paid positions?
Absolutely. So that is one of our number one amenities is that all hours are paid.
Can you describe that rate or does it vary from state to state?
Unfortunately, it does vary from state to state. Yeah.
Okay.
It is at least minimum wage and then if not more, but it just varies state to state.
Does that come with an RV site?
Oh, yes. So typically we do not charge a site fee. That is case to case per property, just depending on the business need. But for most of our properties, we do not require a site fee or a utility fee.
That's nice. And so they're full hookup sites?
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Wonderful. Are there any other perks that you provide?
Yeah, just the property amenities, camp store discounts, anything that a normal associate would receive, they would receive as well.
Are there restaurants on property that work campers can work at?
Oh, yes, definitely. Okay. A lot of food shacks and a few of our properties do have restaurants, but mostly food shacks, camp store, grills.
Super. And it looks like you wanted to say something, Robin.
No, I was going to say, we usually have the cafes.
The cafes?
The 16 flavors of ice cream.
Yes. And the snack things, the things that I'm not supposed to be eating, but they look so good when I'm walking by. Okay.
Yes. And I think, so work campers are normally full-time RVers, and they are here for the summer, maybe because their family lives here, maybe because it's warmer, sometimes because it's warmer, because in the winter, those full-time people usually go south. That's your snowbird. Then they work for the season so that they can then stay at a campground somewhere else in the warm. But our work campers can expect to work really hard. We are busy. Most of our campgrounds are very busy. Because we hire couples, often one person works outside, the other inside. It just depends on what we have to do. And some of them will come with preference of what they'd like to do. I think housekeeping is what we're sort of targeting this year. We're really trying to find folks that are happy to help us keep the park clean inside and out. So that is probably a prerequisite for a lot of them.
Is the 30-hour-a-week ideal? Is that per person or per campsite? So a couple would be expected to fulfill the 30 hours together, or would each put in 30 hours?
Per person is preferred.
You hire solos?
Yes, we do. We're not exclusive to couples at all. We do hire solos. Obviously, when you're having two people on a site, it may sometimes be better than just one, but we do both.
So you'll take a solo.
Yes.
Okay, super. But they won't have to work 60 hours a week.
No, we won't make them do that.
Okay, very good. Now, when you're scheduling time off and you've got a couple, do you try and give people the same days off together? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Yes. At the beginning of the season, we have a few important questions that we like to ask everyone, especially when it is a couple. It's better to have a set schedule at the beginning that you're working Monday through Thursday, you're having the weekend off, or opposite, anything like that, just to remain consistent. And then also, they are living there. We want them to be able to enjoy where they are and have time off. So we just like to set that at the beginning of the season.
They'll be able to use the amenities as whenever they're not working.
Yeah.
What are some of the resort amenities that are typically found at your park?
Yeah, we have a lot. We have some of our campgrounds have pools. Most of them have pools. Some of them have beaches. Some of them, we have propane if they need propane. We have dog parks for their dogs. When their grandkids come to visit, there's the playground. Then there's the events that we have, the activities that the campgrounds offer. I think I'll say Blue Water is the best company I've worked for, home and life balance. They want you to, families are very important to Blue Water. And so they help us to hire good work campers and then treat them like family too.
Speaking of
and
family,
I think that's why they come back.
Speaking of families, if a work camper family was together, would teenagers be able to work for the resorts?
We just follow employment law. As long as they are at the age, then they would be able to.
Super. And because you have so many different locations around the country, I would imagine that people could work from one resort in the summer to another one the next year within the same company and never have to look for another job, really, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is 100% what we are trying to establish. So this past off-season, myself and our HR director, Carly, we really focused in on how we can establish this Blue Water Work Camper program. So at the end of the season, we had all of our work campers take a survey, gather information about the season. What did you enjoy? Do you want to return to that park? Here's a list of all of our other parks. Would you be interested in going to the other one? And that will just make it a lot simpler for us to recruit for the next season. And then also they know exactly what they're going to get with Blue Water. And I know for a fact that most work campers, they like to plan and pretty far in advance because that's where they're going to be living for the year. So by doing that, I think it's really helped us out a lot. But our main goal is to establish that Blue Water Work Camper program.
Are there any special resorts that you're really recruiting for? Where you have a really great need?
I'm trying to.
Well, I think right now, Chesapeake Bay KOA is just getting started for the season, and we're looking for work campers. So,
and I understand that the Sugar Loaf Key, I'm assuming that's in Florida. Is that correct?
Almost Key West.
Key West.
Mile marker 14, yes.
And
I don't believe that they are looking for a lot of work campers because that campground is fairly small. So to give up the sites is really tough.
I can imagine. What traits and qualifications are you looking for in your work campers?
I think the same as we're looking for just regular applicants. Hardworking, honest. Do you have a skill? A lot of these folks are retired and they come with some pretty heavy arsenal behind them of what they did for a career. And then, of course, at HR, they have a whole list of different things that they're looking for too.
Do you provide any training to work campers?
Oh,
of course.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They would receive the same training as anyone else.
So for any job that they're taking, you're going to provide some sort of training to get them up to speed.
Absolutely.
Okay. And when do you start recruiting?
yesterday.
Yes.
Yep. The second that the season ends, we begin.
Okay. So you're constantly recruiting is pretty much what you're telling me. And people
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I think any business feels the same way. It's very difficult to recruit and staff to the full capacity that you wish you were at. So the second that the season ends, we're always trying to plan for the next.
What's involved in the interview process?
I think I'll just say that some of our GMs want to get a picture of the work campers in their camper. That's actually not that we want to, but they send out that information. So a lot of times when you interviews, you already know what they look like. They usually have dogs or pets involved with pictures and smiles. And when you see two people with their pets and they're smiling and they're sitting outside in their camper, they already know what the campground life is. They like it. And they're wanting to come to you. It's not where you put an ad in the paper or online and you end up with a phone call or 10 different applicants that don't work in their camper or don't live in their camper, right? You get the blind, you're on the phone, you don't know what they look like. With work campers, they're different. They like to send in that this is us and this is our pet and this is our camper. And you already get a feel for what they're going to do for you.
Do you have any restrictions on pets?
No aggressive pets.
Yes. Yeah.
What about children?
You know what? I'm going to say that I've interviewed and had several work campers who homeschooled their kids. And in that case, a lot of times the parents don't work together because one of them usually stays with the children. Because you don't want, one thing you don't want is a family and the kids are running crazy and the parents are working and nobody's watching them. We can't have that. But we don't allow our guests to do that either. So
right.
The guests come in and we have rules. You have to watch your children. Your dogs have to be attended. So I think it's the same. And honestly, I don't think I've ever had a work camping couple with kids come in and their kids were crazy and went everywhere. If you're living in a camper with your kids, they're going to be
Exactly. That's what I found most of the time with kids who are being homeschooled or road schooled in the RVs is they're very polite and they know what it takes to live in a community of their RVers. So that's very good.
Yes.
What can a work camper do to really stand out if they want to come work for your company?
Oh, I think if they are just aligned with our values, we're all here to provide to the guests the passion, innovation, quality, happy, number one, any kind of friendly face, and also any kind of experience. That's really what we look for.
Okay. So typically if they've got experience, you want them.
Yeah. Even if they don't, if they are a hard worker and we'll teach them.
So we
get a lot of folks that have retired and they buy a camper and they're like, hey, I've never worked in a campground, but I'd love to.
Yes.
Somebody wants, because they love to, they want to come. I don't mind. We do the training for everybody. The worst that happens is they come and they're like, I'm not a good fit for this, or you're not a good fit for us, or whatever it is.
Okay.
They're on wheels. They can roll out.
That's right.
And really, and they will if they're not happy. But I've never had anybody leave because they weren't happy.
What is one thing you wish all work campers knew about Blue Water before they came to work for you folks?
I think I just wish that they knew more about us and who we are. Like I said, we've had rapid growth. So I think just more information about us and the opportunities that they have from season to season.
What are some of the things that they can be doing in their off time?
Oh man, it just depends where they are. If they're in South Dakota, they could be going to Mount Rushmore. If they're in Key West, traveling down the Keys. If they're in Sunset Beach, going to the beach. If they're here in Ocean City, Maryland, be going to the beach. Beautiful parks. We have a park in Yellowstone. Yeah.
Everywhere we have a campground has very good food in that
food. Yes.
Food.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So where can people get more information about this opportunity?
Absolutely. Our website, and I can give that to you. It's www.b as in boy, W as in Washington, D as in dog, C as in car.com. So bwd.com.
bwd.com.
bwdc.com.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk about this opportunity. It sounds like you need a lot of work campers this year, and I hope that people take advantage of that. They can apply at the website directly?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you
Great.
again. I appreciate your
Thank
time.
you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Rachel Carr, Blue Water Development's Human Resources Specialist who hires Workampers, and Robin Helfand, one of the company's trainers and temporary campground managers, for taking time to come on the show to talk about work camping opportunities at their RV resorts and campgrounds. While all the jobs are paid hourly wages, the rate varies from state to state, but it is at least minimum wage. Most of the jobs will come with a free RV site with no utility fees. Workampers are able to use all the campground and resort amenities when they aren't working. They also enjoy discounts in the camp store, restaurant, and food shacks. Blue Water Development would like its Workampers to work at least 30 hours a week per person. The company does hire solo Workampers in addition to couples, and the firm does its best to ensure couples have time off together. Because the company has so many properties in its portfolio, with more being added every year, once Workampers get a job at one location, it's relatively easy for them to stay within the Blue Water Development family to get jobs elsewhere. If you're hardworking, honest, and enjoy being around people, then the company will provide training to do any jobs at their various properties. For more information about work camping opportunities with Blue Water Development Corporation, visit www.bwdc.com and look for the employment link at the top of the page. We'll show all the jobs currently available, and you can apply right on the website. The company has lots of jobs available, with some starting soon, so be sure to check out www.bwdc.com today. If you're just exploring the RV lifestyle and work camping options, then consider enrolling in The Dreamer's Journey. It's a new online course produced by Workamper News. Life is way too short to keep your dreams on hold, so don't be held back by fear, because you were designed for more. Get started with the RV lifestyle the right way with this comprehensive guide. For just $29.95 for 1 year of access, Dreamers have unlimited viewing of 50-plus videos to learn things like what type of RV to buy, goal setting, how to budget for the adventure, developing a positive mindset, setting up a domicile, operating a small business on the road, plus all about work camping and how to find the right job for you. Each video is 30 to 90 minutes long, giving in-depth coverage on every topic. There's no wrong time to get started, so for more information, visit www.rvdreamersjourney.com. That's all for this week's show. Next time I'll be speaking with two employers who have volunteer positions available. One is in New Orleans and the other is in Central Florida. It'll be a little longer show, but you can listen to both interviews on the next episode of The Workamper Show. Thanks for listening.